Well, you don't need to be a sign reader to see that she perhaps isn't too happy with herself there, but it's good enough to take the lead. 14:27 for Rojas in round 4. Season's best.
Girdle your loins, folks, because we could be seeing history unfold. He went through 3,000 in 7:35.1 and he's cut loose now, Joshua Cheptegei. He's inside the last mile, just under 4 laps to run. Kimeli in second place, running incredibly strongly, about 30 metres down. But Joshua Cheptegei has it all. He has that speed on the track. He's a great 5,000 runner. He has that enormous strength of a 10,000 metre runner. He has that gutsiness of a cross-country champion. And he's still looking relaxed, isn't he? 2:31.9, 2:31.9, 2:31.4. I've got his last 4 kilometres, his last 3 kilometres at. And the world record is under severe threat here. It could be quaking in its boots. The net significant split 10:07 rather, at 4K for Bekele. That was his split. Now the kick in the tail I have to warn you about is that Bekele ran his last 5 laps in almost exactly 5 minutes. Astonishing closing pace from Kenenisa Bekele. He was just 21 when he set the world record back in 2004.
He doesn't have to go quite that fast, Tim. We're looking at 3:2-ish for those last 3 laps. So let's say he runs a 61 and a 61 and then can finish with a 59 point something. You're right, it's on. It's 100% on here. Those green lights, he's just moving imperceptibly away. You can't quite see it on that shot there. He's not looking at them, but we can see that that means he's inside world record pace. And we're assuming, Timmy looks so relaxed, you said that. There you see through that last kilometre, 2:30. Phenomenal. There's Kimeli, long way back but still running quick. He comes round this time, it'll be just 2 laps to go. He's not slowing down, he's maintaining, and he's girding his loins, and we should be, like you said, because this could be phenomenal.
You do that a lot, don't you, Steve?
I do, when I can.
Well, the world record beckons out in front. The rest of the field, half a lap and more behind us. Joshua Cheptegei comes through now with 2 laps to run. 60.3. The previous lap was 60.1. This is unprecedented. I used the word Superman earlier on, perhaps a little bit early. This is superhuman running. Cheptegei has now built up a lead of about 80 metres over Kimeli. Back in second place, Nicholas Kimeli, who's a 12:57 performer, came 8th in the World Championships last year at the age of 20 in Doha. But he still looks so relaxed. A lap and a half to run. Goes through there in around 11:05. And he needs to cover his next 600 metres in about 92 seconds. And he's still glancing around. This is metronomic, machine-like running. Robotic running almost. He's so relaxed.
He looks great, Tim. He's coming up to the bell. I think he's going to absolutely break this apart. He must do. He must have something left here. He looks too good. He looks too relaxed. He's away from the lights. He takes the bell now. The world record is on.
11:35 at the bell there, a 59.9. He's covered his last 3 laps in almost exactly 3 minutes. He's matching stride for stride the closing pace of Kenenisa Bekele, but he set up this world record because he went out through the first half of the race and more, much quicker than the Ethiopian 16 years ago. Down the back straight, 250 metres to run. History in the making. Julian Wanders there in Switzerland, waving him on, is being lapped now, and hardly surprising. Great runners will be lapped by this man as he goes into the final 200 metres. Still looking strong, no panic, no sign of stress, not driving hard. He's got to hit the clock, hit the line in 12:37.35. Is he going to do it? Because he's tiring now. Down the home straight, surely it's going to be close. Watch the clock, 10 seconds to go. He's got about 50 metres to run, and he's still driving for the line. At last he grimaces and looks mortal, but there, 12:35.37. The world record has been broken by almost exactly 2 seconds, and he's still smiling. He's still in good shape. This fella, well, probably deserves the name Superman beside his own Joshua Cheptegei of Uganda, more than anybody in the history of distance running in the modern era. That was astonishing. I said before the race he needed to run 3 times a mile in 4:02. and then some change for that last half lap. Well, he's just run 3 times a mile in about 4:01. That is just hard to comprehend.
What a performance, Tim, and I love the way he did it. We've talked a lot about paces changing and picking up. That was almost an even-paced world record. His fastest lap, there was no big surge at the end, 59.64. Most of the other laps were within a second or so of that. 60.7, 60.6, 60.4, a couple of 61s in there. Just lap after lap after lap.